Canelo and Jacobs, the way too early breakdown. We get into it next. Please like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Leave us a comment below. Welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Fights. We are back full time. It's been a while. We had some stuff going on. Didn't get around to doing a show on a regular basis, but we're back now. The last few weeks have been rough, but we're going to be back full time. 3 or more shows a week. Let's get it. Let's get into the Canelo Jacobs mega fight on Cinco de Mayo weekend. Both fighters are on weight, or at least on a path to making weight, we should say. Canelo weighed 168 pounds and change. He should have no issue at all making 160 in the next 30 days. Jacobs weighed 175, and there's been a lot of talk about that. 175 is no big deal. He has 30 days to make 160. That's not a ton of weight. Again, making 160 is tough for Danny, we'll be real, but he's on track to make it. 175 is a good weight to be at 30 days out. He's been at 180 before. Think about it. If you had a 30-day camp, you had a 4-week camp, and you started camp at 175, would making 160 be that difficult? Well, because that's where he is now. I was expecting him to be more like 180. He's on a good schedule. If he can get down 10 to 12 more pounds before the start of fight week, he's in great shape. The weight is not a problem. Now, could it drain him? Could he be drained? Yeah, but he'll make it. Now, I want to get into this rehydration clause. There has been much to do about the rehydration clause in the contract. You can only gain 10 pounds. You can only weigh in 10 pounds or more, 10 pounds or less on the morning of the fight. 2 things. This is as per the IBF, so it doesn't come from Canelo. And even if it did, so what? He's the A side. He gets to dictate terms, but it didn't come from Canelo Alvarez. It didn't come from the A side. It came from the IBF. So actually, it kind of sort of came from, Danny Jacobs. I'm going to put a call into the IBF to straighten this out, because there have been different claims, but that's what it seems like. The IBF has done this before. So I'm going to put a call in and straighten it out. But that's their policy, a 10-pound rehydration clause. So it comes from Jacobs, if anything. I mean, it doesn't come from Jacobs per se, but it comes from his sanction, his organization that he represents, which is the IBF. So it has nothing to do with Canelo. I don't think Canelo wants to make that 170-pound day-in, weigh-in also. This is a guy that Amir Khan said weighed over 180 pounds when he fought him. This is a guy who fought at 168 his last fight. So I don't think 170 is going to be fun for Canelo either. May it have a little bit more of an impact on Danny Jacobs, sure, but I don't think Canelo wants that in. I think Canelo has just been being more responsible with his weight. He looked to have blown up in between the Triple G fight and what was supposed to be the second one, which was called off for the clenbuterol. He had looked to blown up, and it seemed like that's why he took the clenbuterol to get down. But it seems like he's staying more closer to his fight weight, which is good for him, and it's good for everyone. Now, look, there's a lot made into this, and Danny Jacobs said he needs to knock him out, and the people said you need to knock Canelo out to get a draw. This fight is great for the sport, and it's huge for DAZN. It is hugely important for DAZN. This is the type of week where you need to get millions, and yes, millions of subscribers. It's the best fight of the year, at least so far, right? And it's $10. You can get this fight for $10, and every other fight for the month, and $10 a month moving forward. Now, I know that DAZN has offered something I haven't looked at yet. What is it, $100 for a year, or it goes to $20 a month, or something like that? If you don't have it, you should get this fight. You should get it for Think about it. You want to fight. Cost you almost $100. One Triple G Canelo fight cost you $85. For $15 more, you get every Canelo fight and every other fight. So this is a really good deal. I think it's important. This is going to be a crucial week to see how many people download this app, how many people subscribe to this app, what the numbers are. I think this is going to be a good metric. I know it's real early, but this is a huge fight. It's a great fight, and if people download this app after this fight, and this fight is going to be a good fight. It's going to be. So people will keep it for the time being. I think $20 a month is the wrong target price. People will drop it for $20 a month, $10 a month. People might keep it. But that's all for people a lot smarter than me to dissect and break down. But I think what's undeniable is how important this fight is, and this fight week is, and this build-up is for DAZN. They've invested a lot of money into Canelo and a lot of money into boxing, and they need to start making it off. And if you can't make it up on a fight like Canelo versus Jacobs, the biggest and best fight of the year, you're going to have problems. I think it's important for DAZN, and get this right, I think it's important to DAZN that Danny Jacobs wins also. I think it's more important to make a crossover megastar out of Danny Jacobs, make him a star, and there's a rematch clause for Canelo if Jacobs wins. Look, Jacobs is a good name. He's not a huge name. He does decent numbers. He doesn't do great numbers. If they can make Danny Jacobs a star, they got something. They got Canelo. They got the Hagler to the Leonard, right? They have the Hitman Hearns. They have a star to go up against these guys, and who's always going to give a great fight. Look, Jacobs is a smart, likable New Yorker, which means a huge fan base with a great story that can be a mega superstar in this sport. And there would be an automatic rematch of, so if Jacobs won, Canelo would exercise rematch. If Jacobs beat Canelo, Jacobs is one of the biggest names in the sport because you just beat Canelo in front of all those people. Kind of like what happened to Tim Bradley, right, when he beat Pacquiao. And I thought whatever you thought of that decision, but Bradley became a star. Danny Jacobs can become a star by beating Canelo, right? Because Canelo brings all the eyes on it. If Danny Jacobs beats him, it's going to be an entertaining fight. It's going to be a fun fight. And Jacobs would become a star by beating Canelo. Then there'd be an automatic rematch clause. Right? So you're going to get this fight twice, and the second time it's going to be even bigger. And yes, sometimes rematches are bigger. That's just the way it is. I can give you a million examples of when the rematch is bigger. Lewis versus Rockman, right? Rockman was supposed to beat Lewis. Rockman knocked Lewis out. That first fight was on regular HBO. I think it was in South Africa. Not that many people watched it. The second one, everyone was like, whoa, how good is this Rockman guy? And people like watching Lennox Lewis get knocked out. The second fight was much bigger than the first one. That's what would happen here, right? Rockman wasn't that big of a star. Jacobs isn't that big of a star. Beat the biggest star in the sport. Now you become a star. So that's what we have here. It's, I think, more important. Look, DAZN's they're in a great spot, right? It's more important for DAZN and the future of the business for Jacobs to win. Don't expect the traditional bogus scorecards. I know there's always one judge in every Canelo fight that really, really likes Canelo, that scores the fight for Canelo no matter what. C.J. Ross, Adelaide Bird. Adelaide Bird had 118-110, Canelo over Triple G. C.J. Ross scored it 114, a draw with Floyd Mayweather. The one judge that had a 117, 111 against Lara. I mean, there's always, and all three Canelo cards, there's always at least one terrible scorecard in every single Canelo fight. There's one judge who loves Canelo way too much, who scored the fight with Canelo before even watching the fight. I don't think we're going to get that, right? I don't think so. The way it would typically work is, the commission gets a pick, and then each side picks a promoter, picks a judge. I'm sorry. Each promotional, each Jacobs side and Canelo side would pick a judge, and then the commission would pick a judge. So they should be fine. This should be fine. And then you have the right to decline each judge, but I don't expect any of this to be a problem. I don't think there's going to be scoring problems outside of any bad scoring that we usually see. I think that just do a professional job, and I don't think you're going to see wide, ridiculous scorecards for Canelo Alvarez. I think everything's going to be reasonable and just. So where does it go from here? I mean, the middleweight division is finally starting to pick up. You guys know how I feel about Jamal Charlo. He needs to get an opportunity. The problem is he needs to get his title shot at WBC. What if Jacobs beats Canelo? Right? Jacobs beats Canelo. Jacobs gets the shot. Jacobs gets the rematch. And then now Jacobs would take a fight with Charlo, but wouldn't he take a rematch with Triple G, which is probably a bigger payday? So these are a lot of questions, and I don't know. Think about it. If Jacobs wins, and I'm not picking Jacobs, I'm picking Canelo. We'll get into that closer to the fight. But if Jacobs wins, and it's not out of the question that he wins, it will be the third different WBC champion that Jamal Charlo is the mandatory for. Think about that. How are you the mandatory for 3 different champions and have not got a shot? But that's all hypothetical if Jacobs wins. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. Please share this with a friend, share this on social media. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Break it all down for me. My review basically is that each fighter is on weight, and this is a big lead up to the fight and fight week for DAZN and their future business model. For Tuesday night fights, this is 3D Boxing from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.